What's up, everybody? Justin's not here anymore. I don't know where he went. This is Mr. Wrestling number 2, and I'm here to do the year in wrestling 1986, part 2, Reloaded, 1986, year in wrestling, Reloaded. I don't know where Justin is, he's not here, and he's not coming back. This is Mr. Wrestling number 2. Up first, I'm going to talk about, which I forgot to mention in my first, part 1. That's a very bad impression of Mr. Wrestling number 2. Let me get this off. Anyways, thought I'd wear it because I thought that was pretty funny to wear a wrestling mask for the beginning of my video. So anyways, year in wrestling 1986 part 2. I enjoyed doing this series because I'm a big fan and I'm a fan of the history of the business. 1986 part 1, I forgot to mention. I really feel stupid. Really felt stupid about forgetting this. That I forgot to mention it. On February in 1986, this guy, the Macho Man, Randy Savage won his first singles title in the WWF. He won the Intercontinental Championship from Tito Santana in the Boston Garden on February, I think, 5th. So February 8th, 1986, the Macho Man defeated Tito Santana to win the Intercontinental title. And Macho Man would go on to have a over 13-month reign as Intercontinental Champion. That's very awesome. So I had to wear my Macho Man shirt because in 1986 he won his first singles title in the WWF. That really jump-started his career, and that really put prestige to the Intercontinental title, putting it on a guy like Randy Savage. He could talk, he could work. The guy had great outfits, had great robes. Not robes, I don't know what you call them. Capes. Like capes, and then he went to like jackets. But anyways, Macho Man looked great. The guy was a star. The minute he debuted in the WWF in late 85, you could tell the guy was a star in the making. And Elizabeth with him, she just helped his career a lot. Big time. She really helped his career. So up first, the first event, so that's very awesome. Macho Man won the Intercontinental title and his first singles title in the WWF in 1986 on February 8th. First event I'm going to talk about is the 3rd annual David Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions event, again from Texas Stadium on May 4th, 86. Up first, some guy named Steve Simpson. Maybe the guy's related to Simpsons. I don't know, and I never heard of the guy. Steve Simpson defeated Kabuki in a third leg of his 4-part match, whatever the hell that means. Kabuki defeated Mark Youngblood in the first match, and defeated Jerry Allen in the second match, and was scheduled to meet Chris Adams in the final round. Texas champion Brian Adonis. Never heard of the guy, but he's probably on WCCW TV on the network, because the network added like just about every episode from 86 of WCCW. I gotta start watching those soon. Maybe I should start tonight. So Brian Adonis defeated Steve Regal. Not the Steve Regal, not William Regal, not that Steve Regal, someone else. Chris Adams and Brickhouse Brown defeated John Tentham and the Grappler. One Man Gang, or the Missing Link, and tag match. The Missing Link and Iceman Parsons defeated One Man Gang and Skandar Akbar. Bruiser Brody defeated Terry Gordy in a barbed wire match. It was probably barbed wire wrapped around the ropes. They probably didn't take the ropes down. That's just my guess. But that sounds like a match I want to see. Bruiser Brody, Terry Gordy, that was probably really physical. So then Sunshine defeated Missy Hyatt in a mud pit match. World Class Champion Rick Rude defeated Bruiser Brody by DQ. Kerry and Lance Von Erich and Steve Simpson was substituting for Kevin Von Erich, defeated the Fabulous Freebirds for the World Class 6-man tag titles. Lance Von Erich. Let's talk about that guy. He was not related to the Von Erichs. It was a joke. It was a damn joke that Lance Von Erich was called a Von Erich because he wasn't related. It was a joke. And Kevin Von Erich explained in one of the documentaries about World Class, he said his dad, Fritz, wanted another Von Erich because, let's be honest, David passed away, Mike Von Erich passed away already, and I think Chris Von Erich also passed away by now, so there were only like two real Von Erichs, and that was Kerry and Kevin. So Lance Von Erich, that was a really bad decision to bring him in and call him a Von Erich. Just because Fritz was desperate for more Von Erichs. That was not good. And the fans didn't buy it. The fans probably hated it in Texas. And fans World Class probably hated it that he was called a Von Erich. They probably knew he wasn't. So that was the main event. Kerry, Lance Von Erich, and Steve Simpson defeated the Fabulous Freebirds for the 6-man tag titles. I'm sure they drew a decent crowd in '86 at Texas Stadium. I don't know how many were there, but probably 20,000. Or maybe 30, I don't know. 87, my opinion, 87 World Class, 87, 88, they started really going downhill and not having big crowds at all, and the fans really didn't care anymore. And then eventually, I think in 91 or 88, 89, I believe World Class became the USWA. So that was the 3rd annual David Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions event. Now I'm going to talk about some Saturday night main events that happened in '86. First off, a little bit of history about, let me move this a little. So, a little bit of history about Saturday night main events. Number of episodes, they had 36 episodes. It debuted in '85. It went on until 91 on NBC and then Fox, and then came back on NBC in 2006 till 2009. If I was WWE, I would bring back Saturday night's main event and put on the network for a Saturday night special. Make it 2 hours or an hour and a half. Have both brands involved. Have NXT involved. Have all 3 brands involved. Then you can make it a 2.5 hour show or something. If you have all 3 brands involved, I think that'd be a great idea. bring back Saturday Night's Main Event exclusively to the WWE Network in 2018. So I'm looking for episodes that happened in 1986 of Saturday Night Main Events. I don't really see. Where the hell do I find it? So I need to find out the matches. So, let me go back here to the internet. Let's try 1986 Saturday Night Main Events. So it had to, that's 85 still. We're saying Main Event 1, 2. No longer exists. 3. January 4th, 1986, Saturday Night's Main Event had their first Saturday Night Main Event of 86 on January 4th. It was actually taped on December 19th, 85. So the first match was Jesse Ventura, The Body, Rowdy Piper, and Bob Orton defeated Hillbilly Jim, Uncle Elmer, and Cousin Luke. Junkyard Dog and Hulk Hogan teamed up. They defeated Terry Funk Hulk Hogan with Junkyard Dog defeated Terry Funk with Jimmy Hart for the WWF Championship. Macho Man Randy Savage defeated George the Animal Steele. That match is only 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik Nikolai Volkov, I guess by himself, defeated Corporal Kirshner. Somebody defeated Corporal Kirshner. That match is also pointless because there's only 4 minutes. Junkyard Dog and Ricky Steamboat defeated Mr. Fuji and the Magnificent Don Morocco. So that's Saturday Night's Main Event number 4. Let's see if number 5 was from March 1st, 85. Saturday Night's Main Event number 5. Mr. T defeated Bob Orton in a boxing match. Only went 5 minutes. King Kong Bundy defeated Steve Gatorwolf. Steve Gatorwolf was defeated by King Kong Bundy in 41 seconds. Hulk Hogan defended the WWF Championship. Hulk Hogan defeated Don Morocco by disqualification. And then I believe he's attacked by King Kong Bundy, and it was a storyline. King Kong Bundy crushed Hogan in the corner. I believe Big Splashed him. Broke Hogan's ribs before WrestleMania 2. The Dream Team defeated Brutus Beefcake. Greg Valentine defeated the British Bulldogs in a tag match to win the tag team titles. I believe is for the tag titles. Dream Team is champion, so they retained, but they would lose them at WrestleMania 2. Junkyard Dog, the main event was Junkyard Dog defeating Adrian Adonis. So let's see, there's another Saturday Night Main Event. The third one in 86, from May 3rd, 86. Hulk Hogan and the Junkyard Dog with the Haiti Kid defeated Terry Funk, Hoss Funk, and Jimmy Jack Funk. King Kong Bundy defeated Uncle Elmer. And I'm sure that match was not good. Nothing against King Kong Bundy. The guy was a pretty good worker. But Uncle Elmer was shit. The guy couldn't work. The guy just looked funny. Looked like a hillbilly hick. King Kong Bundy defeated Uncle Elmer in 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Adrian Adonis defeated Paul Orndorff by disqualification. Jake the Snake Roberts defeated Ricky Steamboat, or they wrestled to a no contest because Jake the Snake went on the outside and DDT'd Ricky Steamboat on the floor, and then he was knocked out cold. Ricky Steamboat was legitimately knocked out cold. His head swelled up. He got a giant bump on his head. The guy could have died. The guy seriously could have died. It was a freak accident. Before this and after this, Jake the Snake never hurt anybody doing the DDT. It was just a freak accident. I believe Jake and Ricky did interviews later on, and Jake explained that Ricky Steamboat, you can't go head first in the concrete. I'm not going to do it. You'll get knocked out. You'll get hurt. But Ricky Steamboat, I believe, demanded they do the spot to make it look real, I guess. That was a bad idea because Ricky Steamboat got really injured. And the guy was out cold. After he got DDT'd, the guy was out cold. He couldn't move. Jake the Snake had to lift him up. He was not knocked out, put him in the ring, and I don't know what happened after that. The match was stopped. So up next, the British Bulldogs in a 2-out-of-3 falls match for the tag team titles. The British Bulldogs are champions, defending against and defeating Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. So that was the main event of Saturday night's main event number 5. Or number 6. So the last one, I think, of the year is Saturday night's main event number 5, 6, 7. Number 7. Happened October 4th, 86. Hulk Hogan defending the championship, WWF Championship. Hulk Hogan defeated Paul Orndorff by disqualification. Ricky Steamboat defeated Jake the Snake in a rematch. Rowdy Piper defeated the Iron Sheik. Rowdy Piper by this time was a babyface. The British Bulldogs, the champions, defeated the Dream Team. Again, defeated the Dream Team like they did at WrestleMania in a 2-out-of-3 falls match for the tag titles. So British Bulldogs retained. But British Bulldogs had to be champions, I believe. Kamala in the main event. In the final match, Kamala defeated Lanny Poffo. So that was Saturday night's main event number 7. Saturday night's main event number 8 from November 29th, 86. So I believe they had like 5 Saturday night main events in 86. They had a lot of them. Business must have been great that they kept doing them. The ratings must have been through the roof that they did 5 of them in 86. 5 Saturday night main events. First match was on Saturday night's main event number 8. It's from LA. Randy Savage defending the Intercontinental Championship. Randy Savage and Jake the Snake Roberts wrestled to a double disqualification. And this match went 9 minutes. I remember it because I watched it on the network, and it was pretty damn good. Jake the Snake, that guy's a great worker. Randy Savage, great worker. They had a great match together. And later on, in late 91, they would have a great feud. in the summer and into Survivor Series 91. They'd have a great feud where Jake the Snake's King Cobra Snake actually locked onto Randy's arm and wouldn't let go. That was insane that Randy Savage agreed to that. The guy was intense. I wouldn't agree to that. And then now Vince was selling it in 91 on commentary like, that Cobra better be venomized. It better not have any poisonous venom in it, because if it did, it would kill a man. That was insane. I mean, I was a young kid in 91. I was 8 years old, but that looked real to me. I thought that was real. I knew it was a real snake, and I was like, is Randy Savage going to die here? The guy's getting bit by a cobra. I didn't know wrestling was a work yet. I don't think I did by 8 years old. I think by 9 I did. Or might have knew it by 7 or 8. But when I saw that snake, that cobra on Randy Savage's arm, I was scared for the guy. I was like, get it off him. Get it off of him. I was probably screaming at the TV. I don't really remember, but I know I was freaked out by seeing it. So, now I lost it. Main event number 8. So, Hulk Hogan. Jake the Snake, Randy Savage, double disqualification. Hulk Hogan defended the WWF title and defeated Hercules Hernandez. He was a Heenan family member. And Bobby Heenan was angry again because none of his Heenan family members could beat Hogan. So Roddy Piper defeated Bob Orton. And that match was only 3 minutes, 48 seconds. The Killer Bees defeated the Hart Foundation. Coco Beware defeated Nikolai Volkov. That was only 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And the final match, I believe, was only 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Magnificent Morocco defeated Dick Slater. So I believe that's all the Saturday Night main events from 86. There were a lot of them. And this video is going to be going a little bit longer because I still got to review the big event in Starrcade 86. So, because I'm not going to do a 3-part series for 86. I just don't want to. So, I'm going to type in the big event because that happened in 86. The big event was from Canada in a giant, I believe, baseball stadium. Or whatever it was. Maybe it was a football stadium. So the big event is on the network, but it's some of the matches, the footage is not that good because I guess some of the tape was destroyed, the original tape. So it happened on August 28th, 1986, was the big event. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, it drew a crowd of over 64,000, which was an outdoor attendance record at the time. And it stood as the attendance record until WrestleMania 3. So this was big event was a VHS tape of the event. Was later released by Coliseum Home Video. Had commentary by Gorilla Monsoon, Jimmy Valiant, Ernie Ladd. In 2014, it says WWE Network made the event available on demand in the pay-per-view section. It says the original event was... The event was not originally broadcast on pay-per-view. It was released on home video. There's the picture. There's a picture of the big event. Can't really see it, I guess. It's too bright or something. I don't know. There it is. Hogan is on the cover. Anyways, you have the network. You know what the cover looks like. So the match is... I'm sure there were a lot of them. The Killer Bees up first at the big event. The Killer Bees defeated Jimmy Jack Funk and Hoss Funk. Up next, Magnificent Don Morocco defeated Haku they fought to a time limit draw. He didn't defeat him. It was a time limit draw. Win 20 minutes. I'm sure that was good because Haku, the guy was a powerhouse. The guy was a workhorse. Haku was a damn good worker in the late 80s. Haku was damn good. And Don Morocco in the 80s was also damn good. Some guy named Ted Arcia defeated Tony Gurria by submission. Junkyard Dog defeated Adrian Adonis by countout. Dick Slater defeated Iron Mike Sharp. Bobby Heenan, King Kong Bundy, and Big John Studd defeated the Machine, Super Machine, Big Machine, and Lou Albano was with the Machines, defeated Super Machine, Big Machine, and Giant Machine. We all know Giant Machine was Andre the Giant. Ricky Steamboat defeated Jake Roberts. It was called a Snake Pit match, whatever that means. Billy Jack Haynes defeated Hercules Hernandez. The Fabulous Rougeaus defeated the Dream Team. Harley Race defeated Pedro Morales. That was 3 minutes only. In the main event, Hulk Hogan defending the WWF Championship. Hulk Hogan defeated Paul Orndorff in the main event by disqualification. That only went 11 minutes. So that was a big event. Happened on August 28th, 86. Now I'm going to go back to, I believe, not Starrcade, what was it called? The Great American Bash Tour. Great American Bash Tour happened on July 1st to August 2nd. So July 1st was from Philadelphia. NWA World Champion Ric Flair defeated Road Warrior Hawk. Dusty Rhodes and Road Warrior Animal defeated Ole and Arn Anderson in a cage. The Rock and Roll Express and Baby Doll defeated the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette. Now we go to July 3rd, Washington, D.C. NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Dusty Rhodes, the Road Warriors, and Magnum TA defeat the Russians, Ivan Nikita, and Crusher Cruise Ship in a cage. Rock and Roll Express defeat the Midnight Express. And Baby Doll defeats Jim Cornette. There's just so many more events. I'm going to have to go through them pretty fast. July 4th, Memphis. Ric Flair defeats, for the world title, NWA World title. Ric Flair defeats Nikita Koloff. Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, and Baby Doll defeat Jim Cornette and Midnight Express. The Road Warriors defeat Ivan Koloff and Crusher Cruise Ship in a double chain match in Charlotte on July 5th. NWA World Champion Ric Flair defeats Ricky Morton in a cage. Jimmy Valiant defeats Shasta Watley in a hair versus hair match. The Road Warriors defeat Ivan and Nikita Koloff in a Russian chain match. Now we go to July 9th. Cincinnati, Ohio. Ric Flair, defending the NWA World title, defeats Road Warrior Animal by DQ. Dusty Rhodes and Road Warrior Hawk defeat Ole and Arn Anderson in a cage. Seems like every Great American Bash event, they had a cage match. Or one or two cage matches at least. So where was I? July 10th now. Charleston, West Virginia. NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Ricky Morton in a cage. Again, Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors defeat the Russians in a cage. Robert Gibson defeats Dennis Condrey in a bunkhouse match. July 12th, Jacksonville, Florida, NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Dusty Rhodes by DQ. Magnum TA defeats Arn Anderson in a bunkhouse match. Barry Windham defeated Ron Bass in a bull rope match. July 18th, Richmond, Virginia, NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Wahoo McDaniel in a cage match. Jimmy Valiant defeats Baron Von Raschke in a pole match. Magnum TA, Dusty Rhodes and Baby Doll defeat the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette. The Road Warriors defeat Ivan Koloff and Crusher Cruise Ship. Now, stay with me, bear with me here. Gotta cut a lot more dates of Great American Bash Tour to review and go over. July 21st. Fayetteville, North Carolina, NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Robert Gibson. Road Warriors defeat Ivan and Nikita Koloff in a cage. July 23rd. Johnson City, Tennessee, NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Ronnie Garvin. Road Warriors defeat the Russians again in a double chain match. Rock and Roll Express and Ole and Arn Anderson end in a double DQ July 25th. In Norfolk, Virginia, NWA World Champ Ric Flair defeats Magnum TA. I'm getting pretty tired of talking. Dusty Rhodes and the Road Warriors defeat Ole and Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard in a cage. The Rock and Roll Express and Baby Doll defeat the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette. July 26th, Greensboro, North Carolina, Dusty Rhodes defeats NWA World Champ Ric Flair to win the title in a cage. That got a huge pop. Fans loved it. Dusty, I believe, became a 3-time NWA World Champ. Paul Jones defeated Jimmy Valiant in a hair versus hair match. The Road Warriors and Baby Doll defeated the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette. August 2nd, Atlanta, Georgia. NWA World Champ Dusty Rhodes defeated Ric Flair in a cage. In the best of 7 series to fill the vacated U.S. title, Magnum TA defeated Nikita Koloff to close his deficit to 3-2 in the series. Rock and Roll Express defeated Ole and Arn Anderson in a bunkhouse match. Wahoo McDaniel defeated Jimmy Garvin in a strap match. Steven Regal defeated NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Denny Brown to win the title. Tully Blanchard defeated Ronnie Garvin in a taped fist match to win this Bash Series 6-5. So there's all the Great American Bash Tour events in '86. I don't believe the network has any Great American Bash matches from '86, except for one of the Russian chain matches with the Road Warriors and the Russians, and the other match they have is on the network I'm talking about. The other match is a cage match between Ric Flair, Ricky Morton, that's on the network, and Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes in a cage where Dusty wins a world title. That is also on the network. But all these other matches, I would like to watch them, but I don't think they have footage of them. Because I don't think they had cameras in every single state. They didn't tape every Great American Bash event. I don't believe they taped. because they just didn't care to. I'm talking about Jim Crockett Promotions. They didn't care to record every bash event unless there's going to be a title change or a big main event match. So I was going to review Starrcade 86, but it's been enough. It's been long enough already. It's been like 30 whatever minutes, 35 minutes or something. Whatever that said. 35 minutes. So I went over all the Saturday Night main events from 86. I went over all the Great American Bashes from 86. Went over the David Von Erich Parade of Champions event for 86. Hope you enjoyed this part 2 of the Year in Wrestling Reloaded 1986 part 2. There will be a part 3. There will be a part 3 of Year in Wrestling Reloaded. Have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now, everybody.